Hello everyone, my name is Komino and I'm the community manager at FluxPose. In today's video I'll be showcasing how to properly calibrate within VRChat to get the best tracking quality possible. Please keep in mind that this video solely focuses on positionally tracked trackers, which include Vive trackers, Vive Ultimate trackers, Thunder trackers, and of course FluxPose. For trackers like SnimeVR, which are based on a forward kinematic system, please look at other tutorials. I will be not focusing on them today. Please also keep in mind that most of the recommendations I give in this video are focused on my own experience. However, I also consulted Kang, one of the developers of the VRChat arcade system, to help me with this video and fact check it. Before getting into calibrating, it is important to understand how placing trackers on different body parts affects the tracking. One common configuration is having one tracker on the hip and two trackers on the feet. This is a great configuration if you only have 3 trackers. With this setup you get full foot position and rotation, while the knee position is estimated using the VRChat's arcade system. Another configuration you can use with 3 trackers is placing the foot trackers on your shins instead. With this setup you get both accurate knee tracking and foot position, however no foot rotation. If you want full foot tracking, meaning both position and rotation, along with accurate knee tracking, you need a tracker on the foot and one on the knee. In that case, it does not matter exactly where the knee tracker is placed. It can be placed anywhere along the lower or upper leg. I recommend placing it on the shin area, since there is usually less muscle movement, which helps keeping the tracker stable. If you want to track your elbows, you need to attach trackers to your upper arms. Placing them on the upper arms also provides shoulder tracking without any drawbacks. If you want to track your chest, place the tracker on your upper chest, as it is less likely to move around there. I will explain how different lock settings affect chest tracking later in the video. Now let's go over some general calibration tips. You do not need to stand excessively straight during the calibration. Calibrating in a relaxed stance, with slightly bent knees instead of locking them, usually produces better results and avoids unintended squatting. Avatar spines are often modeled straight, or in a chest-forward heroic pose. If you calibrate while standing very straight and then relax during normal use, the system applies that slouch to an inverted bend, which tends to look bad. If you experience this, you can try calibrating while slightly slouched or looking downwards. When you later relax into a neutral pose, the avatar should maintain its chest-forward pose more consistently. Now let's go over some essential VRChat settings. Enable calibration visuals and the calibration mirror to better see what you're doing. You should also disable FullBodyTracking locomotion, as it often just looks weird. Set avatar measurements to height instead of arm span. Arm span was not really designed for full body tracking. For the height setting to work correctly, you need to set an appropriate real user height value. Sadly, you cannot just enter your real height here and be done. Most avatars are exported floating slightly above the ground. Because of this, the value often offsets by quite a bit, but I have figured out a simple way to calibrate around that. For this, make sure legacy calibration is turned off, then calibrate normally using a T-pose. After that, sit on the ground and put your feet together. If the feet appear further apart in VR than in real life, increase the real user height value. If the feet intersect, lower the real user height. Keep in mind that you have to recalibrate after every change to see the result. Repeat this until the virtual feet align with your real feet. Now let's move to the lock settings. There are 3 options here: lock head, lock hip, and lock both. These settings define which tracking point is prioritized. Avatar rigs and real bodies never match perfectly, so some kind of compensation is always required. Which option looks the best depends on your avatar and how you move. Lock head keeps your head aligned with real life and allows the hip to slide around as needed. How much the hip slides around depends on your pose, especially how much you bend your spine and neck. Lock hip works in the same way, but prioritizes the hip position instead and moves the head around if needed. Lock both attempts to keep both the head and hip aligned. It compensates by compressing or stretching the spine in VRChat. This can work well if the avatar's proportions are close to your real body. Perfectly aligning is never possible. For casual full body tracking, lock head is usually the best option. However, lock both has advantages for users with chest trackers. With lock both, the chest tracker contributes both position and rotation more consistently. With lock head or lock hip, the chest tracker mainly affects the spine rotation. The best choice depends on your use case. I would only recommend lock both if you are a dancer and your avatar fits your proportions well. Let's cover some advanced settings for users who want even more control. Tracker motion prediction is particularly relevant for dancers. This setting controls how much CVR tries to predict a tracker's future position. At 100%, this matches the default CVR behavior. I cannot recommend 100% for most users. High values are mainly useful for fast and technical movements. A range between 30 and 50% provides smoother and more stable tracking, with the only trade-off being slightly reduced responsiveness. Shoulder width compensation should be left enabled. It helps avatars with narrow shoulders and has no obvious downsides. If you use foot trackers without knee trackers, you can adjust the knee angle setting. This allows you to offset your knees inward or outward. Sit on the floor, angle your legs and place them together. Adjust the setting until your virtual knees match your real knee position. Legacy calibration is another option for more precise calibration. It locks the avatar in a T-pose on the floor instead of following your head. You align your real body with the avatar and calibrate from there. You can also always manually adjust calibration points by using the advanced settings. If you use a custom avatar, I can really recommend installing Avatar Limb Scaling. It is a free prefab that supports both VRC Theory and modular avatar. It allows independent scalings of arms and legs in-game. This allows you to correct small length mismatches while being inside of VRChat. Links to it are in the description. Thanks for watching. I really hope this video helped you improve your calibration. If it helped, please leave a like or a comment. Thank you!